What's up guys, it's DJ, back here with another video, and today we're going to be doing the gray weapons only challenge on Fortnite. And to be honest, it went about as good as you can expect.
Hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet.
The end was actually pretty surprising, and I'm sure you can tell how successful I was by the length of this video, so I'll go into the strategies that I used and how it helped me win this challenge. So my original plan going into this challenge was to first land in places more on the outskirts of the map. This made sure that I had time to get weapons, health, and shields without worrying about any enemies coming after me. This seemed like a pretty good strategy to me, but you'll see in this clip that even when I landed more towards the edge of the map, there were still a lot of people landing with me. In cases like this, it made it harder for me to survive early on when I had to worry about enemies while I was trying to get supplies. I found that even if I'm on the edge of the map, going to named locations was always going to bring more enemies with it. When landing, I was actually surprised by how hard it was to find these great weapons. It always seemed like they were laying around everywhere during casual gameplay, but when I actually set my sights out to look for them, it took way longer than I thought it would. There were a few matches that I played where I wasn't able to find a gun with 80 and even 50 people still remaining in the game. This might seem crazy, but when you can't find a weapon and there are a lot of enemies around you, the only thing you can do is run away. Now once I landed and actually found a weapon, my next task would always be to find shields. I was originally going to use the shield potions that drop from chests and ammo pouches, but since they're blue in color, I decided to take another route. In my opinion, my next best option was to go for mushrooms and shield barrels. At face value, they might not give you as much as big and small shield potions, but they definitely got the job done. Once I was able to get these main pieces out of the way, I was finally ready to strategize how I would win a game. I decided to take a more tactical approach and choose smart fights that I knew I had a high chance of winning without any other enemies trying to finish me off after a gunfight. I knew that I had to win these fights while taking as little damage as possible, so I didn't have to go looking for more health and shields near the end of the game. This strategy ended up working really well for me. It allowed me to stay out of trouble while still having the opportunity to get a decent amount of kills. This made the challenge a lot more fun for me because I knew sitting around until the end of the game wouldn't have really felt like a real win to me. When it came to actually using these weapons, I did notice a difference when it came to gunfights in general. For starters, the recoil on gray weapons is way more noticeable than with any other gun. Shooting from medium and long range distances required a lot more control, which took my focus off of things like building. The next and biggest change that I noticed was the damage output for these weapons. I found that getting kills took a lot more ammunition, which gave my enemies more time to recover or make a change in a losing gunfight. This made it so I had to apply constant pressure to my enemies so they didn't have a chance once I got an opening. Once I got used to the new conditions of the challenge, I started doing really well, really fast. During the last match that I played, it felt like everything snapped and I was able to work with what I had a lot better. I was getting a lot more kills and having a lot more fun. Originally, I thought this would be an all-day affair, but after about 4 or 5 matches, I really switched gears. It was really surprising to me, especially when I got to the end of this match, because I knew I could end the challenge right here. Thankfully, I was able to do so and secure an easy victory. Now that I have this challenge under my belt, if you liked what you saw, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see me do any challenges in the future, drop it down in the comment box below and I'll definitely give it a try.